Folks, let me just share some information with you. I'm looking at these notes, and this is just mind-boggling. The tornado count for 2017 stands at 423. Well, if you think that number is kind of high, you're absolutely right. Typically by early April, we would have seen about 221, so we're way above that. We're running well above average, and you better believe that each and every one of these carries a financial implication with it. It's going to hurt things. Let's bring in business expert, weather analyst and meteorologist Paul Walsh. He's in Bethany Beach, Delaware this morning. And Paul, if you can, how big of an impact, a financial impact, can these severe thunderstorms have?
Reynolds, it's huge. And there's a firm called Impact Forecasting that put out some numbers just yesterday. They basically indicate that every year we've had about a $10 billion insured loss impact from storms over the last 10 years. So that's people actually having to pay to repair damages caused by the kind of severe weather we're seeing today.
Well, Paul, you just heard me share with the viewers a moment ago the numbers of tornadoes that we've had so far this year, and the numbers are jacked. We're well above normal. So how is 2017 shaping up so far with the connection between those numbers and finances?
Yeah, well, you're exactly right. In fact, according to Impact Forecasting, where we are to date in terms of the number of damaging storms is the highest it's been in 7 years. So we're really starting off in a bad way as it relates to severe storms. And of course, based on the forecast that you and Kelly are giving, it looks like we're not out of the woods yet over the next couple of days. So a very, very active and very expensive year ahead of us.
Well, Paul, with this kind of data, how are insurance companies using it to their benefit? Do they have a strategy when they get this kind of information?
Yeah, they certainly do. So in a couple of ways, most insurance companies have colleagues of ours, weather forecasters, that actually work with them. So they're watching the forecast, and they're actually deploying assets and making sure that their folks are ready to be able to respond after a storm. They're using really interesting things like mobile technology and weather radar to inform people before a storm comes. So, for example, they can move their car into the garage to avoid large hail. And more insurance companies are looking at using drones so that immediately after a storm, they can basically do a passover of the area that was impacted